Coach, defeat at home after such great comeback over the last game. Just your summary of the game and how you felt your boys did today.
Yeah, good afternoon everyone. As a coach, you can never be proud enough of your team when they put up a performance like that against an experienced Gabonese team. I thought, we started really well. We took the game to them, we pressed them high and in the right areas, and then when you create the chances that we did and you don't score the goals, you're always going to suffer the consequences, because as well as we were playing up until that moment, you allow yourself vulnerable at the back, and with the experienced players that they have in Aubameyang, and that he doesn't need a lot of chances. That's why he's played at the big teams over the years. So yeah, and then they get one chance, we make one mistake, they get one chance, and then they score, and then automatically you go on the back foot. So now you're starting to make a little bit more mistakes, because you're trying to press the game to get the equalizer. And I thought up until halftime, yes, they were 1-0 in front, but I thought we deserved more than to be 1-0 down at halftime. And then second half, when you come out, and then the referee gives an incident like that, because as a player, how are you meant to defend? If you turn your body and the ball hits you there, it's like there's nothing the player could do, and then they get a soft penalty. And I ask myself, first half, Michael Olunga was in a similar situation where he was ahead and the Gabonese player smashed him. Against Gambia, it was the same incident. We got a penalty because our player was ahead and the player was late to make the challenge, and then, which is a penalty, and that's the rules. He doesn't give it, and then he gives a soft penalty. So when you go 2-0 down, then it becomes really difficult, because now their antics, they go down, they have cramps, the goalkeeper is injured the whole game, but he's still on the pitch. So then you play that tactic so that you disrupt the play of the game, so that we don't get into the game. But like I said, I'm super proud of my players, very proud for the fight, for the spirit. They showed what Kenyans is about. Even when you're down, when things doesn't go your way, you never give up and you keep trying, and they keep pushing, and they played some beautiful football, and we got the goal. And then you think, oh, maybe it's Gambia all over again, we can get the 2-2, and then with the amazing crowd that we had, we can get to 3-2, but unfortunately it wasn't to be, because the referee didn't favor us today. Nothing went our way, so they had 12 players, 12 men. They were decent, but they had a lot of support from the officials, because everything went against us. And when it is like that, it's difficult for a team to win or to come back or to try anything in the game when it is so complicated, when the referees are not justifying the game.
I'll open up the floor for questions. So name, media house, and your question. So start from me.
My name is Gad Isaac from Mozart Sport. Coach, you've talked about missed chances. One culprit has been your captain, Michael Olunga. Do you think we are over-relying on him? And if so, how are you going to solve that?
I don't think that's a very fair question, to be honest. You say that we waste the chances. It's football. He was just unfortunate against Gambia. He got a header. It happens. I was a striker. I used to miss a lot of chances, but when you score one goal, you're the hero. But people forget the 5-6 chances. So I don't think that question was pretty fair, or that you say that what is done for the country, what is done as a player. Yes, we need to breed new young players coming in, and we are doing that, but it's only my second game. I've only been here not so long, so it's going to be a process. You can't just come in and just change everything as you like. You know, so it's a process, and we will get to that stage. But he's our leader. He's the guy that I look for to set the example for the rest of the team, because he's one of the best finishers that I see in the game. And if there's players showing themselves and they prove to be better than him, they will play. But unfortunately, he's the best we've got. So he will be there, and I will be angry if he doesn't get the chances or he missed the chances. Then he gets 0 chances. Then I should be worried as a coach if my striker is not getting chances. But the fact that he's getting chances, that means the team is doing something well, and it will come. Like I said, 2 games together, I had 3 training sessions with the team, and we played 2 games, and that is a team that plays like that, and they train together 3 times. Then you should be scared. You should be feared what is coming, because if we have more time together, I'm sure the chances that we've missed, and it's not, we missed them. The goalkeeper made saves. If a goalkeeper makes a save, there's nothing you can do about it as an infield player. So we'll be okay.
Hey, Coach Benni, I'm Seth Willis from Goal Africa. Now that we've seen a player like Williams, we have seen a player like Bajaber, they've done well, and we are potentially out of World Cup qualifiers. And then we have Chan coming, 2027 AFCON. So does it give you room to have new players coming in? Because over the years, it seems we have been over-relying on some players who we feel maybe should be phased out.
Yeah. I think with time, and I get to see more players, because Bajaba, Mohammed coming in, Mansour made his debut, 19 years old, on his birthday today. These were players that's never been seen in Kenya. And when I came, I had 3 days where I asked the clubs to allow me to have some of the best players that's playing in the Kenyan league for me to have a look, because it's only fair and the players that was put in front of me was the players that I thought that had potential, that can become good players in future. But we both start already building for Chan. Goramaya never allowed their players, which they asked permission to keep their players, so we did that. And it was Tusker FC. They've also asked not to release their players, so that was all good and well. But I'm not going to select players I don't know anything about, and that is the reason why you see there's no players from Goramaya in the team or that, because I didn't have an opportunity to see them, and based on someone else's valuation, coach, this is a good player. Man. I didn't have the career that I have for me to listen to another coach or anybody else telling me that this player and that player is the best or in our league. If I don't see you, you don't get selected. Simple as. And so I think there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of quality young players in this country, and I'm going to be around to go and visit teams and see players training for their clubs, and then also have the opportunity to invite them to have mini camps so I can see for myself which players. And Mohammed Bajaba is prime example. In 3 days, I saw there was something, called him up and told, now, if you put him with experienced players, I'm sure he's got improvement, and didn't improve everybody now. So those are the things. If I don't see you, good luck.
Benni, my name is Michael Kiro from the Sleep Voice. The team played on Thursday and then arrived back in the country on Friday. Do you think you had a short turnaround time to prepare for this game, and if so, did it affect you in any way?
It's not ideal. It's not ideal to travel to Ivory Coast and then you play on a Thursday night, and then we had a chartered flight, which we are forever grateful to the Federation for organizing, the President and stuff. But yeah, it was still an incredible long journey for the players, because we got back to Kenya the following day only. And so yeah, so it was exhausting. It was exhausting, but I don't want that to be an excuse for the reason why we didn't win or we lost today. We gave everything we had. They were experienced more than us. I think them as a team, they had more togetherness than what we had. I've only been here a very short while, and there's so much you can try and change, but you're never gonna get how you really want to be or where you want to be in only 1 week with the team. You know, so it was difficult, and we are grateful for the support, the people of Kenya that came out to support. Wow, this was the most memorable experience I've experienced, even in my time playing as a player, playing in Europe. This was what Africa should be about. It was just beautiful, but unfortunately we couldn't give the fans that joy, to give them a win, something to celebrate. But what we can promise is we will improve, we will get better, and they will have a team that they can be very proud of. So.
My name is Emmanuel King from PAL Media. Coach, first, congratulations for putting up a team that can fight for accolades in Africa. My second question is, now on the quality of the Kenyan League and players that you need to fit in your system, are there, as fans are asking, are there opportunity for more players to come in? Because we saw, as the game was going on, our midfield were probably playing line passes back and no much creativity. Like we know the teams you have played for, the teams you have coached, they have a lot of creative midfielders who then can give the blind passes and you get goals. Is it work in progress? Can Kenyans now wait and hope that in the future, that is where Benni Mcarthy will take the Harambee Stars?
Yes, I think definitely there's a lot of potential, but like you said, when you come in and you have a window of 1 week to work with and select players you don't know, you've never seen, and you watch videos and you have to go with what you see on videotape instead of seeing players perform in a training session in front of you. And so it was very difficult to come in such circumstances, but I am very satisfied. I think we've got a good mixture of experience and youth. But yes, I would love to have more opportunities to watch the local league and go and see more players, because I'm sure there is some great talent and players that could also take that quick step, like Mohammed did, like Wilson did. He came in from Australia, no one knew about him. I saw him played once, and when I found out he was Kenyan, so you do the math, we speak to their families and that, and he was willing to come and play. And there you uncovered a fantastic young talented 20, 23, 24 years old, so he's got a long career ahead of him. And so there was a young player in the team as well, Ben Stanley. He was unfortunate not to get an opportunity, but I think he's got very good potential. So yeah, so with time we will find and we will select good crop of young players, and I think they can give good competition to the players that we have. You Richard Odada, Teddy Okuma, you know, these kind of players. Gonzalez from Spain, also another player who's came in. So yeah, so I think the future for Kenya is bright. I think we just have to find the right mold and have more time with players, and then we're able to do better than we did today.
Two more questions, then we close.
Good evening, Coach. My name is Ivy Terry from Media Max. Our hopes for qualifying for the World Cup are almost over. Perhaps what next for the team?
Yes, today was a big blow because I think today was super important for us to keep our hopes, to keep that dream alive that we can qualify. But because it wasn't the result that we wanted, it wasn't the result that the players played for, unfortunately. So yeah, the opportunity of qualifying has become even more difficult. But like I said, there's 4 more games, 5 more matches to play, and from now until the end, you wanna try and win every game. You wanna try and give the performances like we did against Gambia. You wanna give the performances like you did today, like you saw today. It's positive and yes, and not be disappointed after 90 minutes. So we wanna continue to win matches, and you never know. Maybe mathematically somewhere around there might still be a glimmer of hope that we can, when people sit with the calculators towards when we play Ivory Coast, maybe we can still find ourselves in that situation if you win the remaining matches you have left. But I think preparing now for Chan to come and the AFCON 2027 here in Kenya, I'm happy with what I'm seeing. I'm excited, and I know when the team wins, that's what people want to see. But people also have to understand when it's a new team, you try to bring young players, and you can't just get rid of the players that's been there. You have to try and work with them and see how good you can make them. And when it don't work, then you integrate the young players to take the reins forward, But for now, it's a process, and we'll work on it. But we still have hope for World Cup.
One last question.
I'm Roger Zeshtemi from The Standard. Coach, there's an under-20 team that is currently preparing for AFCON. That is next month. From where you sit, and from where most of the fans of Kenyans sit, they feel like this team should be most of the players need to be transitioned to the 2027 AFCON squad. Maybe, are you close to this team knowing exactly the progress of these players, so that maybe when that time arrives, most of these players will be there? Because you have already spoken about Bajaber, Stanley. These are young players who are not even
potential players that can come into this fold, in this national team already now, I think. So it's always nice to keep a very close eye on that, and then we'll see when the under 20 AFCON is finished, and then we'll be in full swing preparation for Chan, and then I will be able to have a better look at calling even half of the squad, or everyone from the squad, to see the standards from the local players playing in the Kenyan league and the boys going to the under 20. So it will be a nice pool of players to have and prepare and see what we can do with Chad. But I am watching the under 20 team very closely, because I took Mansour from the under 20s from the camp. I went to watch one training session, and I thought, that talent, he should be in, and he's here. He made his debut today. So I would be doing exactly the same when I have more time to watch and monitor the under 20 team, and then I'll be selecting the best that should be representing Kenya.
Let's go. Thank you guys very much.
Timo.
Yeah.
Timo. Moja tu ya mwisho. Tafadhali. Thank you. Coach, nice to see you once again. My name is Abul Ahmed from K24.
Yeah.
You've talked about this, the atmosphere. I mean, it's been long since we've had such experience here at home. What is your message to Kenyan fans about this team moving forward?
First of all, I would just like to thank them because I'm sure many of the players haven't experienced that also. So I'd like to thank Kenyans that came out in their thousands to fill the stadium up because they made us fall in love with football again. And that we hope that what they saw today, they can be proud of, a representation of what a Kenyan should be, what a Kenyan personality is, and that they saw a little bit glimmers of that on the pitch. And yeah, if they can continue to come whenever we have home matches to support, I will promise you those players will play their hearts out. And if they don't, yeah. No, but I just think the support from the fans is so super important, and help brings out the best out of the players as well, because when you play in front of such a lively, vibrant fans, then how can you not want to play the best football that you have? And also, if you're not performing, they let you know, because I keep hearing the whistle. So I think the players loved today, and I'm sure that they are very disappointed that we weren't able to give them more than, losing 2-1 today. But going forward, it will be much better, and we hope we can have an unbelievable relationship with the fans. From the players' point of view, I will make sure that there is that link between fans would feel closer to the players and not the players after games get in the showers and away they go. No, players and fans will try and have a nice, because we need your support and you need us to play the best football also. So, to be proud of being Kenyan. So, yeah.
Good. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much. Have a lovely Sunday and a blessed week ahead.